It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the Steelers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. Ray McLeod to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the controls since 2004. Six-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And it's not out of the question. It's not out of the realm at all to wonder if this might be the final season for Big Ben, either in a Steeler uniform or in the NFL period. He re-signed back in March saying, "It's my greatest honor to be a Pittsburgh Steeler and give my all for the organization." Had a big year in 2020, 33 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions, and led the Steelers to an 11-0 start. You have to think that he would love to end his career the way Peyton Manning and John Elway did, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and heading off into the sunset.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Bring it up.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll go McNichols to start the drive. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's McNichols. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming out.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is McNichols. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Ryan Tannehill able to spot Julio Jones for the touchdown there. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. McLeod now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger, he gets it complete to Harris. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This will be fielded at the 17.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go with McNichols to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Well, for Ben Roethlisberger, he had the elbow reconstruction back in 2019, but he does not appear to have lost much at all, as that was a rocket.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with McNichols, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the run, it's McNichols. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, our score, 9-3. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start the drive with Harris. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. His throw incomplete. Had Freiermuth the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Oh, that's a big let-off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the court is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. There's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Anthony Frisker, the intended target.
And it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Roethlisberger.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now it's McNichols. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Tannehill on 1st down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Here's Tannehill. Jones has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Completion here to Claypool. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Roethlisberger will throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Roethlisberger connecting with James Washington. And the Steelers have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he bangs this one through to make it a 13-9 game now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, Tannehill. This complete to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He'll let this go for the end zone. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Titans in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3 yards remain for second down. Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
On first down at Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Second and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his target, Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. That's caught. It's James Washington. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks or this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Jones. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Second and 12.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. Touchdown! That's caught. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tannehill looking to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
McLeod now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tannehill on 1st down. Throw complete there. Rodgers. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And a give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. The tackle made by Danny Bush. A gain of 7. 1st down, Titans.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with McNichols. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Hayward. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Blue 30.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Let's go!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So Mike Tomlin correct in his assessment to throw the flag there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Washington. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Tannick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Chris Wormley showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Brett Kern now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming up. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense set to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll go McNichols to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's McNichols as they stay on the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Rodgers brings it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's McNichols. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw there complete to Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Jeremy McNichols, the running back, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing Tannehill. Complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is McNichols. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Titan football. So now Tannehill and the Titans down 27-20, 46 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Tannehill to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Tannehill now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. He's going to try and go deep again. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. One last throw here for Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Oh, and now some space to operate. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.